Okay, trying this again. A little more than half an hour late, but first time I went on, I was oriented wrong, so I'm really hoping it's right now. I've done some testing and playing, and I'm going to wait until this comes up on my laptop in front of me to make sure that it's showing up right, or showing up correctly, shall we say. So I hope nobody actually heard any of the last recording, because there was actually a swear said. I was so annoyed. I couldn't help it. Dropped the phone, everything. Anyway, it was kind of crazy, so I hope nobody saw it. Anyway, we're going to do take two here. Let's see if it's working. It's a little bit of a time lag. I'm afraid to start talking. I just got to see it working right. Well, I'm Melissa. Melissa's Crafting Treehouse, and behind me you see my lovely crafting space. And today I'm here starting my big celebration for 15 years, my 15-year anniversary with Stampin' Up. I started on March 14th. I was living in California at the time, and here I am 15 years later. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, well, my 15 years, what I'm doing to celebrate. And I'm still I'm killing time here to try to find the live feed that's coming up. Oh, jeez Louise. You're supposed to show up, man. If anybody's watching, sorry that you're having to wait. How are you today? Oh, somebody's watching. Hi. I'm trying to just get myself set, make sure that I'm actually oriented right. And if you're watching, if you can comment and let me know if I'm oriented right, I would so appreciate it, because I tried this a little while ago and I wasn't oriented right, and it was a little bit of a fiasco. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I see me and it looks like I'm oriented right. So I'm sorry for a few minutes of me just kind of trying to get things squared away on here. So welcome, whether you're here live or whether you're watching the replay. Thanks for joining me. I'm here really to focus on my 15-year anniversary. I can't believe I have 15 years of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It's gone by so fast. So today is my kickoff celebration, and I'm going to be doing Facebook Live events, oriented properly, today and next Wednesday, the 14th, which is my actual anniversary, and also on the 21st. And I'm going to roll in some prizes and giveaways and some little perks for my club members, because I love you all. Let's see what else. And of course, doing the Facebook Live, so I'm going to show a project also. So I'm going to turn the camera at some point and show you my hands and a project I have in mind today. I'm calling it Project Rewind. I think that's what I called it, Redo Rewind, because I'm taking projects from the very first year that I was a demonstrator, even some of them might even be before I was a demonstrator, and redoing them to kind of freshen them up, use new things, and show you how easy it is to take one design and make something similar but not exactly the same. So anyway, so let's see. The goal of my little celebration is just to thank my customers and my followers and my stamping friends. Like I said, gifts and prizes and perks, and there'll be opportunities for everybody to win prizes, and I'm going to ask you to leave comments, and those will become entries for winning the prizes. And I'm going to have a prize giveaway from comments from today and for this week, so I think I'll draw next Tuesday, or actually I might even draw on Wednesday when I do the new live again. Anyway, so we'll find out who wins, and let's see. So I'm going to ask you to comment, and that's going to be one way you're going to get entered. So let's see, I wanted to, so like I might ask you to leave a comment and let me know where you're from. And I'm going to start actually and tell you, because one of my goals is to get to know you better, for you to get to know me better, and I don't want to just be on here like jabbering at you. I want to hear from you and know who you are a little bit too. So anyway, so where am I from? I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. A good number of my family members are still there. I then moved to California, to San Francisco Bay Area. I lived there almost 20 years. And then about, 14 years ago, we moved here to Charlotte. My husband's job took us here. Christina's watching. Hi, Christina. Thanks for joining me. So comment and tell me where you're from. So when you comment, I'm asking people to use a hashtag, and I'm saying hashtag 15 years of fun. Okay, gosh, I had that written down so I would remember. 15 years of fun. Okay, I'm going to find it in my notes. Anyway, so that I can somehow keep track. Yay, congratulations on 15 years. Thanks you, Christina. Oh, Drew's also watching. Hi, Drew. So glad you're here. So I wanted to just reflect and share a little bit about where I started and sort of celebrate this major milestone with a little bit of a retrospective. So before Stampin' Up, I was one of those people that said, I am not creative. In fact, I was really afraid to go to my very first party. And Stampin' Up gave me sort of a framework for expressing my creativity that was simple and fun and made me feel empowered. It's Siobhan. Hi, Siobhan. Tell me where you're from. That's my first comment, the request on the post. Anyway, let's see. I'm getting distracted. This is fun doing Facebook Live, but it's also a little anxiety-provoking. Just saying. All right. So let's see. Oh, originally from Tennessee. Thanks, Christina. And then Georgia, then Maryland, and finally Charlotte. Wow, you've been around. That's cool. And Siobhan, you're from Charlotte. Very good. Thanks for commenting, guys. So I got some little notes, so I'm going to use it to kind of help me stay on track. So I'm going to be looking down a little bit. So one of the things that I loved about Stampin' Up was that it gave me a way to I didn't have to start with a blank slate. Part of what intimidated me about creativity was I felt like I had to start with a blank canvas. And so the other thing that I loved about stamping and paper crafting, still do, is that it's one card at a time, one small little snippet of creativity at a time. I didn't have to attack a whole huge canvas with paint and whatnot, which was definitely not me. So I just got simple satisfaction from it all, the simple pleasure, and enjoyed doing it with friends. So bottom line is Stampin' Up made creativity feel accessible to me, and it gave me the courage to create. And that was so many years ago, and honestly, it took me until not that long ago for me to even say to myself, I am creative. And I bump into people all the time. The first thing they say to me is, I'm not creative. So I consider it my mission to sort of help people find that creativity inside themselves, to know that they are creative. So another thing I want you to comment on. Here's another opportunity to comment. Oh, Siobhan, you're from Maryland. Cool. Let's see. So my next comment that I want to throw out there is to tell me where you are in your creative journey. So here are 3 suggestions, but you can say anything you want. Option 1 would be, I am creative, declarative, exclamation point, Yahoo, for you. And anything else you want to say. Number 2 might be, I'm not yet sure if I'm creative. And number 3 would be, I need more help to feel that I'm creative. So, but comment however you want, and definitely try to remember to use that hashtag. I think I put it in my previous comment. To use the hashtag. Okay, so one of my main business goals is to celebrate creativity, to celebrate your creativity, and to provide tools and support to help people feel confident in themselves creatively. So creativity doesn't have to start with a blank slate, like I said, or a blank piece of cardstock. You start with ideas from somewhere else. So what I like to say is there is no original idea, only original ways to combine elements for a unique outcome. And I bet my fellow stamping crafty friends, demonstrators would agree with me. So let's see. I'm reading Christina's comment. Okay, totally creative, Melissa. Woohoo! I mean, I assume you mean you, right? And let's see, hashtag 15 years of fun. Most days I feel creative, getting better of feeling creative with paper and stamping. Yay, well, it is a journey. It's definitely a journey. And 15 years into it, I can say that for sure. And one of the things that, hi, Christy. Thank you. Thank you for happy anniversary. Okay, sidetracked. I'm getting distracted. Reading comments and trying to keep my train of thought. An interesting prospect. All right, so where was I? So, yes, one of the things I wanted to do through my Facebook Lives is I wanted to take a project, something that I made within the first year of being a demonstrator or really early on, and sort of redo it. And part of that was looking back at those creations and seeing where I was creatively then and kind of taking stock of where I've come and what I've learned. And so the very first project I posted today on my blog, and I think it was literally like the second card I ever made. And it is on my blog, and what I posted there was just that project, and then once I show you the project that I'm going to do here live, I'm going to post that one as well, and you can kind of just see the difference. And I kind of would love to have you guys to challenge you to take my original design or even the new design and just remake it to your own liking as well. So sort of a challenge to you to do the Project Rewind with me. So, and of course, you would have to get an entry if you did that. If you recreated it and posted it, I might have to give you more entries for that because that would be so totally awesome. Anyway, so I'm going to show you that project in a little bit. But before I do that, I wanted to just review kind of the little perks and incentives that I'm going to be doing over these 2 weeks. It's really going to be 2 weeks. Let's see, where are we? So I'm going to do weekly prizes, and you can get entries again for commenting. You can comment on my Facebook Live, on my blog posts, and also on my YouTube video. So I'm going to take this video, I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and then you can comment there as well. And the hashtag to use, and I think I am remembering it right, hashtag 15 years of fun. Okay, I thought that was perfect. The prize today, it's around here somewhere. I moved things around. It's going to be this bundle of things. There is a stamp set in there and a card that I made with that stamp set. That's actually an old Celebration set. I've got about 5 card samples, retired project samples. Look at a pretty little heart right there. Some designer paper, some miscellaneous designer paper in there, a little pack of it, and I've got a fast fuse and a fast fuse refill. And the fast fuse and fast fuse refill are like $15 just between the two of them, and then the stamp set. Anyway, so I want to give this away to some happy family, happy person, happy stamper. So that's going to be the prize for today, and I'll get entries throughout the week, and then, like I said, I'll either draw on Tuesday or Wednesday when I do the live next Wednesday. Okay, so other perks. So I'm going to do, let's see. So I've got a perk for club members. They're going to have a bonus project that they're going to do for my online and in-person clubs. And that'll be a surprise, of course. And then I'm also doing an incentive for club members that refer somebody who becomes a club member, either an in-person or online club. And also, if you refer someone, you get the benefit, and the benefit's going to be hot off the press 2018-2020 in color sampler. So I haven't even seen that yet, and I should see all those new in color materials when I go to Onstage Local in what's the month that we're going? In April, coming up really soon. So I'm super excited, and I see somebody has joined us. Lily, am I saying that right? Lily Lane? Yay! Thanks for joining us. Oh, and Kathy Cox. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for the congratulations. All right, so to stay focused, so club members, will get, if they refer somebody who joins club, they're going to get this in color sampler. And then the new club member will also get that in color sampler. So you'll get to see it before anybody else. So it'll be so cool. Of course, I'll get to see it before you, but you know, that's because I'm going to be putting it together. So I think that's pretty cool. And then of course I'm doing the project Rewind Redo. And then the grand prize drawing will be for you get to win a free bundle valued at $50 or less, and you get entered in that drawing when you spend $50. So that's $50 in merchandise through my online store. So and it's actually for every $50 in merchandise you spend. And if it's under $150, you use the hostess code. And if it's over $150, then you get the hostess benefits. So, and I will also say that club members are going to be placing orders in March, and then in early April is what the schedule is for my online club. You guys will also get entries towards that drawing for the $50 bundle. So anybody who places for every increment of $50, so even club members, if you spend $100, you're going to get 2 entries. So that'll be exciting, and I'll do that at the very end. So that'll happen. I guess the last call will be on or Facebook Live will be on the 21st, and I have to figure out when I'm going to do that drawing. But anyway, so I'm hoping that lots of people get entered, and that there'll be one lucky winner. So so let's see what else. So bottom line, comment with my hashtag 15 years of fun, and then consider joining a club or refer a friend to club and purchase product. That's the bottom line. That's how you get to take advantage of my little perks this time around. Okay, so another opportunity to leave a comment with the hashtag. So tell me how many years you've been paper crafting. And of course, you know, for me, it's just about 15 years, because the truth is that I started paper crafting just about 4 months before I became a demonstrator. I just dove in because I started dreaming about this stuff, and I knew I had to be a demonstrator. So, so you know the answer that I have, but please chime in, do the hashtag, and tell me how many years you've been doing paper crafting. Okay, so now the true test happens. I have to turn the camera and make sure it works and it's still in the right orientation. And I'm going to show you my project. And if you haven't seen my Rewind project that I mentioned earlier, I'm going to show you that. Okay, so here goes. And just bear with me and don't get nauseous as we change this. Okay, here we go. You're going to look at the ceiling for a minute. And then I'm going to base it down. Ooh, oh my gosh, did it work? Okay, so now I can't see your comments without getting up here. So, or I'll try anyway. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, cool. And did I see someone say we're good? Oh, good. So it looks right. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so now my face is no longer in the picture. And now you can see this is my Project Rewind project, and you can see I used my scissors just to cut those little edges. This was a stamp set that was a celebration set. It had a sun in it and the moon and then the stars, and you can see that so faded because this is 15 years old, guys. I think it may be my oldest card and maybe my first or second card that I ever created on my own. The moon is actually got Dazzling Diamonds glitter on it, but it's sort of mostly faded, and I'm not even sure what color I stamped that in. It's so so old. Anyway, so that's where I started from for my project. And so what I did, and I actually did this today, believe it or not, because when you have a layout, it really helps to kind of get things started. So I went on my shelf. This was a stamp set I'd never used. I was thinking about this space and size that I had in there, and I thought, ooh, this is my perfect opportunity to play with that wreath. So I literally had to cut these stamps because they were still, you know, in the red rubber, not cut and all that sort of good stuff, because I always like to cut my rubber down. So I decided I would focus on the layout and not necessarily the color scheme, although I love purple, so I did end up bringing some purple into this. So I didn't totally finish the design, but what I'm going to start with is I kind of gave myself sort of a starting point. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my image, and I did what we call omitting markers. That's what they used to call it when I first started as a demonstrator. And that essentially just means coloring directly onto the rubber to either omit areas that you don't want to have color on them, or choose where you do want them. So I'm going to color on the leaves in the green, and then the little berries in the purple. And you can see, this is just going to try to go quick over here. I did one of these ahead of time, so I'd have a couple ways to do it, but I did want to show you. Have people actually heard of the omitting markers technique? It used to be in the old technique brochure that Stampin' Up! Used to send with us, you know, in every single order, and I accumulated those over the years. I still have them, and they have techniques in them, you know, like omitting markers. There's actually the rollers, what were they called? Wheels. We had handles and everything. Comment if you remember the old wheels. They had, gosh, I'm forgetting what they were actually called, because that just doesn't sound right. So if you remember what it was actually called, let me know and comment and educate us all. Okay, so I'm looking down. I can't see if anybody's commenting, or if like the Facebook Live is gone or anything. So I hope it's still there. Okay, so I can actually see me on my laptop. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my purple. This is elegant eggplant. The green is garden green. It's one of my favorite combinations of colors. So I'm just going in and getting those berries. Does anybody also have this stamp set? I think it's kind of it goes with a kit. I didn't buy the kit, but I really liked the images. So let's see, I think I got them all. Okay, so when you use markers, you have to sort of re-wet the stamp, otherwise the ink color doesn't really show up. Can you see that? So you can either like do a serious huff, like bring it up to your mouth. Can you hear me? But I don't think that's going to be quite enough, so I'm going to take a little water bottle, and just from some distance I'm going to allow a little bit of water to spray on there, and I'm doing it off camera so I don't get anything on my work surface wet. And of course the risk in doing the water bottle is that I'm going to get it too wet, but it'll be okay. All will be good. As I like to say, there are no mistakes, only opportunities for other creative outcomes. Somebody who came to one of my classes, who was an art major, shared that little insight or quote to me, and I've been quoting it ever since because I thought it was so cool. So there it is. I think that turned out pretty well. Okay, so now for the rest of the card, I have cut some card pieces. I figured I would kind of try to have the same general layout, and I would do something sort of that nature. But I thought I would try to stamp in the background. And is anybody there? Okay. Okay, so I see Jody's watching. Hi, Jody. Welcome. Okay, so one of the images in this set that I thought about using is this little guy here. And so I stamped on a scrap piece of paper. I do this a lot to just kind of test it out, so I don't have to commit yet. I don't like to commit until I feel relatively confident. So that's one option, is to have those little flowers in there. And then another option, here I'm going to bring it up to the camera, let you guys help me create as I go. So there's one option. And then the other, the back side, is another image that's in there, is that lovely, whatever that is, great gate, which I really like. So I don't know, if there isn't a lag, vote, tell me. which one do you like better? I'm going to have to commit because I'm watching. Option 2, you like option 2. You know, I agree. Thank you, Christina. I agree. That would probably be how I would have leaned as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a piece of grid paper out so I don't get my faux wood inky. You guys know this is faux wood, right? I'm going to get my garden green and this image right there. And I have oriented it on there so that if I stamp it, if I really want that gate or grate, whatever it is, to be straight, I can line it up towards there. And I have managed to do that here, but you can also kind of do it at an angle and it would be fine. It looked fine to me. So here we go. So I could do a little bit on the right. And then I need to do some on the top and bottom, don't I? Just a little bit. Yeah. All right. Not too bad. Okay. So now I'm going to just attach some of my pieces together. Got my snail. I hope I'm holding this in the middle. Can you guys see? Yeah. Okay. Now this is where I start deciding, do I want dimensionals? I'm kind of a dimensional junkie, so I usually take my dimensionals, just kind of stick them in there. Go. Do I want it raised up? Do I not want it raised up? Okay, there's one there. Leave one there. Anybody want to vote? Jennifer's watching. Yay, Jennifer. Hi, Patty. Hi, Patty Bennett. You're watching. Okay, cool. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to actually put dimensionals on this layer. That's what I've decided. So for those of you who are joining in a little bit later and might have missed this, we are redoing this project, my Project Rewind, my maybe second project ever created as a paper crafter in, you know, my entire adult life anyway, since I've been a demonstrator. And we're redoing it. And you guys are helping me create as I go. Okay. So just going to go ahead and attach my pieces. So I'm going to show you another alternative in a second. This is all the stuff that I'd go fast speed on when I'm editing a video. You guys got to sit and watch it. Okay. The fun of Facebook Live. All right. I love dimensionals. Who else loves dimensionals? I just love the way they look. Okay. So now I did stamp a few of the sentiments in this stamp set with a couple of the punches. This is the first time I think I've used the little tiny scallop edge one. That's this 1 3/8 inch. I think it's in the Occasions catalog, and I love punches, so I'm glad to be able to use them. So now I have to decide which one I'm going to use. I was thinking that in the middle, or that one. I think I'll do that one. Does anybody want to give me their vote? Let's see. What's your favorite SU product, Christy? Oh, dimensionals. Must be. Yes. Okay. All right. Patty, you go have a good dinner. Thanks for coming in and commenting. Okay, let's see. Dimensionals. No, I think it needs to be flat. Don't you? Somebody else think it needs to be flat? I think it needs to be flat. Okay, there we go. So this is super simple. Literally played with this afternoon. And, you know, it's just a kind of cool way to create, is to come up with something from a layout, from an old layout. So I did do one other thing. I played around with, made the same image, but I cut it out with my stitched shapes framelits. These are the most wonderful framelits. I love them. I love that they have the circles, the ovals, and the squares. And then I cut out one of these circles with my layering circles framelits. It's actually the biggest of the scallop. Put that in behind. And then I figured this would be a nice alternative. I probably won't go through all this, but I did the reverse designer cardstock, the eggplant in the back, since I had that extra layer of the eggplant there. I thought that was a really nice additional alternative, fun little design. And then maybe I'd have to use the sentiment that I've now lost. There it is in the center. And then for this one, I had in mind that I would use a piece of ribbon. And I had a piece of ribbon here. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I was going to use my little handy bow maker and tie a bow. So I have taken some of this organza ribbon. Any of our white ribbons are dyeable. You can dye them. So, and I love that. So I love to get the neutral ribbons and then be able to dye it. So in this case, if I'd had one of the blends markers that was in the right color, like garden green or elegant eggplant, I would have used that because it's so easy to color ribbon with those alcohol markers. It dries really quick and the color goes on smooth and rich. But I didn't have it. So what I decided to do in this case is I took one of our spritzer bottles, put a little bit of alcohol in it. I put about this much alcohol in it. And then about 6 drops of re-inker, and then just mixed it up. And then on a paper towel, I just sprayed that piece of ribbon, and it dried a whole lot faster. I've also just taken ribbon and rubbed it against an ink pad with a sponge, but it takes a really long time to dry. In fact, I'm not sure if it ever dries because I've had some where I've done it and it hasn't. So it seems to take forever. So anyway, this one is completely dried this afternoon, but it dried pretty fast. So if you've never seen one of these bow makers, my good friend Katie Spencer sells them on her Amazon site, but it's really simple to do. And so I'm just going to tie a bow. Now I'm actually I love air bows, but this makes it super easy to do. So here we go. I'm almost done. Let's see. And there we go. You guys able to see me doing that? So now it's on there, and then I can just pop it right off, my little bow maker. Make those tails, train those tails the way I want them to be. And then put a glue dot on the back. And then I would just attach it, kind of like it's on my little wreath. So I thought that might be really nice. So I'm going to finish that up, and I'll take photographs of it, but not going to keep you here now doing it. And then I'll probably stamp in the background too. So you get the idea. If you like it, comment, let me know. Hashtag 15 years of fun. All right, so a few more things that I wanted to share with you before I let you go. And should I show you my face? Instead of seeing the, okay, I think I'm not going to show you my face. I'm just going to talk at you for a few minutes this way, so I don't risk like dropping the phone or something like that. So leave a comment, one more comment. Tell me what your favorite colors in the rainbow are. So for me, the answer is sort of to be the blue, purple, pink part of the rainbow. But it's actually a really hard question for me because I love color and I love all the colors of the rainbow. So it's super hard for me to pick. But I do love purple. I have a soft spot for purple in my heart. So anyway, so your turn. Comment, hashtag 15 years of fun. What are your favorite colors? All right, so moving right along. So I have some exciting news. I want to share this with you. I am in the process of creating a new blog and a website, and it's been in the works for quite a while, but I'm really making some progress on it now. I'm so excited, and if you've watched any of my YouTube videos lately, you'll see, or you may see, that I have a new logo. It's this beautiful tree, lots of fun colors in it, and so that's kind of the beginning part, so you can see a little bit of what my blog's going to be like, but I'm so excited. I'll share news and little tidbits about that with you as I learn more, and hopefully it won't be too much longer before it comes out. So let me know if there's anything special you'd like to see on my blog. So let's see, what else? So in closing, I just want to say, as I celebrate this amazing milestone, I never imagined I would still be a demonstrator after all these years, and I never imagined I would have so much fun and grow so much as a person. And finally, I never imagined I'd get so much pleasure from the amazing local and global community that I am now a part of. And it makes me kind of choked up just thinking about it. It's really amazing. So thank you, Stampin' Up, and thank all of you guys. Thanks for watching, and either live or afterwards. And make sure to leave a comment using that hashtag 15 years of fun refer friends for club, place orders to be entered for the grand prize, and come back next Wednesday, March 14th, for my next Facebook Live and Project Rewind. And if you want to take the challenge and make the project too, let me know. I'll even send you dimensions. Go for it. Have a great night, everybody. And happy crafting. Bye.